Hello everybody, gonna play a game of chess here, see how things go. Fairly evenly rated player with me, 1525. So, just trying to win the e5 pawn, which looks like I have. Alright, so now we gotta get developed. Castled, and then potentially play e5 would be nice. Tough to do, but it's possible. So he's going to try to disallow that. Fine. Actually, I don't need to play e5 in this position. I don't have a light square bishop anymore. I don't know why I was thinking that. Alright, so, yeah. Not sure what he's doing here, other than just losing a pawn. Do this. Followed by this, I think. Puts a little pin on the D pawn there, but that's okay. Alright, so here, am I really worried about the G file? Or should I look at it as an advantage? 1, 2, so there we go. Alright. Gotta weather a little storm here and then we should be fine. Okay. Hurts a little bit, but not too bad. Everything's still defended, so we're still in good shape. Right here. Subtly threaten checkmate, see if he notices. He will, of course. Rook f3 would be a blunder. Huh, maybe he didn't notice. Okay, ball game. Okay, so, is it possible to go back and look at games on here? I think it is. Let me try to do that. Just, I don't think there's anything terribly important to learn from that game, but, you know, just generally speaking with a short video like this, well, that is not what I wanted. Generally speaking with a short video like this, view game history, it's fun to go back and look at some things and maybe get some value out of the video. So let's see what we can do here. Here's the game, so I'm going to go click on it, and we've got it. Alright, I want to flip the board. And from my perspective, let's go through it. What does this do? Play, next move. Okay, good. So this variation of the French is, I'm sure it has a name, but generally speaking, my idea here is to and this is just kind of plays into general French sort of ideas anyway, but this e5 pawn is extended a little bit further away than what is probably comfortable for white. So I like to play c5 here to kind of pre-undermine d4, so that we get, if white plays d4 here to try to support e5, then I just play c takes, and it's too soon for white to have played c3 here, so there's no way to recapture towards the center. We have to capture with a piece on d4, which doesn't help support e5. So that's my idea. Don't know what that is, so I just continue to try to get some attack on e5 here, and I'm not sure if he just overlooks that. Knight takes e5 here covers d7, but I mean, if it didn't, if knight takes e5 didn't cover d7, then bishop takes here would be a problem because I would lose my knight on e5 to knight takes, and due to the fact that bishop takes is check, even though knight takes f3 is check, this bishop check comes first, so I would lose the knight by distracting the defense of the queen away from it. Unless I took with the king. Now, if I took with the king, then I lose castling privileges. But luckily, not so much luck, but I did notice that the knight takes e5 move does cover d7, so when he takes, it's important to take back here and not with the queen, or you just lose the knight. Alright, so now we're just up material and wanting to develop, and I probably did some things wrong here. Maybe even smarter to castle queenside, I'm not sure. And I was kind of mistakenly, I'm not sure why, thinking I needed to play e5 here for some freedom, but I really don't. I think I'm just comfortable here. So those moves were made under kind of the wrong idea. And here it just looks like we just win another pawn. Yeah. So maybe just leaving the bishop there is better? I don't know, I was thinking that maybe playing something like bishop or queen d6 here might run into some knight b5 stuff. Sorry, my voice is going crazy on me. So I just thought I would get rid of that problem. We're up material, so exchanges are good. And that might not have been the smartest square for the queen. I thought it was a little bit flexible, so maybe I could play knight d7 if I wanted to. But this pin here might be a problem at some point. I don't think it is right now, but maybe I know it has been in the past in some situations. So this just seems to be an awkward place. Undefended queen there across from the other queen with a pawn stuck in the middle of it pinned. So yeah, I thought this was obvious, but I thought this was probably good for me and not bad. It did require a little bit of careful play because of the weak f6 pawn. Again, the f6 pawn was the issue there. And let's see, what did I do here? Oh yeah, it's generally just removing pieces from the attack is preferred. Why did he take with the pawn there? I'm not really sure why he took with the pawn. I thought taking with the queen was better. So that seems like a mistake. Generally just, I guess, wanting to keep up pressure on this pawn. Not really sure. Anyway, now I've got some pressure on his doubled pawn, a little bit. And he's coming back attacking f6 again. Alright, so I was looking at this threat, which isn't much of a threat really. I probably just overreacted to it. And I just missed that it was attacking a7. I was looking more at the back rank stuff, so that's just Blitz getting me a little bit there. Thought I'd offer the trade, since clearly that's going to be winning for me anyway. But here we just win this pawn anyway. This all seems pretty easy. Yeah, here I just threatened mate and he doesn't see it. So what could he have done here? Obviously rook f3 to block the diagonal is bad because you just play queen takes f3. The g2 pawn's pinned. What else could he do here? I mean, crazy stuff like g4, maybe. But rook f2 seems to be the most obvious thing. Rook f2. So if he plays rook f2, queen c1, and then just rook f1 again, and then maybe we can swing back over here to G4, and we've got the or G5, and we've got the more straightforward plans where now maybe Rook F2. Maybe we can work our way over here to snatch the H3 pawn. I'm not sure. We just have to be careful not to lose too many pawns over here. Have to be careful of the F6 square, and you know, that's about it. Really, there isn't a lot of danger, I think, from White's attack here. Okay, so comments, questions, whatever. Let me hear them. We'll talk to you later, guys.